Welcome everyone. I hope you're doing well. Today we are going to move through a somatic body scan. This is my new favorite practice, beautiful way to get in touch with every part of our body through a sense of touch and awareness. So you might be familiar with a guided meditative body scan where you go through each body part with awareness, bringing sensation and relaxation to that space. We're going to do something similar, except we're going to use our touch, sense of touch, and a bit of movement. Like all practices here, you can do this in a way that is comfortable for you. So it could be lying down, fully extended, or you could have the knees bent with the feet flat on the floor. You could be seated, you could be standing. I'm going to be seated to start, and then we'll continue to move and flow a little bit as the practice continues to show where it can go. So I'd invite you to that comfortable seat and position, whatever that means for you. And a deep breath just to drop into the space, into your body, into this practice, giving yourself the next 15-20 minutes just to be with your body, to enjoy, to settle, to open. So we're going to start at the hands. And I want you to just begin just by rubbing the thumbs across the fingertips. Just feeling the sensation in each fingertip, maybe going one by one, rubbing them all, maybe starting to include the palm. Softly bringing the awareness to the body. And you can take one hand on top of the other and just begin to stroke the back of the hands, the palms, fingertips coming down to the wrists. And as you can tell, I'm moving just free flow, intuition, just allowing the hands to collapse, extend, play, bringing up the fingertips now to the forearms. And it can feel really good as we move through these joints and spaces that if they want to circle or extend or come in towards the body, maybe you even want to give a little squeeze and a breath, dropping in the elbows, tops of the arms. So we're just moving space by space, little squeeze, little self-massage. Getting to know the shape of your body, the contours of the muscles and the bones. Maybe you find the knobbly bit at the tops of the shoulders. And the trap muscles connecting into the neck. Inviting a deeper breath, maybe exhaling through the mouth. And continuing up the back of the neck to the back of the head. Finding the skull and the cranium. Just playing. I'm just walking my fingertips all around my skull here. Just getting familiar with the shape of my head. The fullness and capacity of this skull, this face. Gently tapping my fingers along my cheekbones, my temples, my forehead. You could circle the fingers at the temples for a moment to relax. Maybe a little gentle smile comes across. We find the ears. Nice little pull, massage. Tracing the jaw. And any other parts of the face. Coming down the throat. Finding the collarbones. Just being curious. What is this? What is this bone? What's the shape like? What's the quality? What's the space it inhabits? We're not looking for specific answers or to test our knowledge of anatomy. Simply just being curious and getting in touch with these bodies, these beautiful bodies of ours that work so hard continuously. Maybe underneath the arms. Maybe one arm wants to come up. And the next, and bring it back down on the other side. If you're lying down, you could stretch the arms overhead like a nice morning stretch. Maybe the arms come out to the side and opening the chest. And the back body, how in touch are we with our backs? The space of our support, our spinal column, our nervous system. It's really the structure, the main structure of our entire body. So just little squeezes, maybe the kind of soft graze of the fingertips is feeling good for you. As you find the contours, the different shapes, the bones, the muscles, endpoints, can anchor into the hips, to your sacrum, triangular bone at the bottom of your spine, seat of groundedness and awareness. And coming to the tops of the legs, I'm going to extend my legs out in front of me and just give myself the opportunity to discover myself. So moving down one leg, sliding hands around knee joints, thigh, glutes to the low back, finding the ways that these connect as well. They're not just individual joints and muscles and bones, but they're all in a continual system of connection through the fascia, through ligaments and tendons. Coming down to my foot, little massage, the toes, the tops of the feet, little squeeze. The ankle, our groundedness, our weight point into the earth at standing. So just finding and enjoying getting in touch with your body and the contours of everything. And once you've made it down to the foot on one side, you can transfer your hands to the other foot on the opposite side. And again, you can notice I'm shifting position, I'm straightening one leg, bending the other, my torso's kind of playing, dipping one side, then the other. If you feel anything that wants to open, please explore. As we get in touch with our body, our intuition starts to come online, and we'll find that our body naturally wants to move, wants to express. It has an intelligence of its own. So we're just inviting that awareness and expression, because there's no right or wrong answer here. There's no right or wrong way to do this practice, because we, at the end of the day, are our best teachers and guides, our body, our intuition. So we're just inviting that space. I'm working my way up the second leg to my knee, my thigh, inner thigh, groin, glute, the way the thigh and the glute and the hamstring connect to my low back and my hip. I'm bending the knees and rolling from one sit bone to the other, extending out. And returning now to our core, to our belly, to all of our organs, our digestive system. Our digestive system loves a nice clockwise massage. Just circles, doesn't even have to be any pressure, but just circling the hands clockwise around the belly, finding the ribs, and the chest, the cavity, the cage, the basket for the lungs and the heart. Maybe taking a deep breath and feeling that expansion through the chest. And perhaps that expansion wants you to move and extend the arms out to the side. And maybe we find articulation in the wrist, in the shoulders, in the neck. How does your body, what's your body asking for in this moment, in this day, knowing that it's going to be different than how you felt yesterday or last night or after working at a desk for a few hours. So, beautiful thing about this practice, you can do it any time, any place, anywhere. And it's going to give you something else, going to give you something different, something that you need. Crossing the legs, folding forward, spreading them wide. And again, inviting this beautiful sensation, this self-love that we can give through encountering our own skin, our own contours, muscles, bones, fascia, joint spaces. And through all this practice, we're getting to know ourselves. We're giving ourselves space to rest, to explore, to activate, to enjoy this sense of being embodied, being in this incredible vessel, sending love to these organs and fluid systems of the body that are constantly at work, continuously, without our own action. So, as we begin to wind down the practice, maybe dropping the shoulders, dropping any tension in the jaw, the face, just giving gentle squeezes of love throughout the body, maybe wrapping the arms around the chest or the torso or the core. Sending gratitude and love to all these systems within us that allow us to do everything that we do, to experience everything we experience. Just acknowledging that even at times of tension, pain, overwhelm, it's just our body asking us to come back. It's asking for attention. It's asking for awareness. So how can we give it that space, not negate it, but welcome it, knowing, this is my body trying to signal something to me, something I need. Maybe it's rest. Maybe it's a bath. Maybe it's a walk. Maybe it's simply tuning out and reading a book. Begin to settle down into a position of comfort, a seat of comfort. If you were sitting and moving, maybe it'd be a nice time to invite a state of shavasana, a resting posture, laying down on the ground. And deep breath through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Inviting you to close the eyes if that feels comfortable for you. Just resting into the support beneath you. letting the breath soften, releasing any sense of efforting or doing. Perhaps enjoying the sounds around you. And I invite you to stay in this space, in this state of awareness, as long as you'd like. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice of somatic body scan, just getting in touch with ourselves, and a reminder that you can do this anytime, any place. You don't need a mat. You don't even need a seat or a cushion. It can be standing, could be in the car park, could be in your break room, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, giving ourselves the time and space to be in touch with our bodies and see what they have for us. Get a little taste of our intuition. So I hope this practice and awareness carries with you throughout the day and you enjoy. Thank you so much.